So particularly, as maybe some of you know, in the Vajrayana tradition, aside from the usual three refuges of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, in the Vajrayana teachings, they also talk about the Guru or the spiritual guide as an object of refuge. So this emphasis on the Guru can cause a lot of confusion, suffering, if we don't know what to do with it. In the transmission of the Vajrayana teachings from Asian context to a Western context, the process is ongoing. So it takes time, for the perfect translation to turn up. And here we're not just talking about translation in terms of from one language to another language. What we're talking about more importantly is the translation from heart to heart, beyond the language. So briefly, refuge, the Guru as an object of refuge. There's the Guru as a specific person or specific persons. And so there are many teachings delineating what are these qualities that these individuals have to possess before we should even consider taking them as gurus in this sense, as someone you rely on as an object of refuge. So there is the Guru as a person, the Guru as even a number of persons, as a reference point. So this has to do with discipleship. And discipleship have to arise in an organic way. And discipleship cannot be expected from the beginning, should not be expected on the teacher's side, and should not be offered on the student side right from the get-go, because discipleship is something that has to be nurtured over time. So if we rush into this, if we're too eager to check the box of, I have a guru, we are likely to run into problems. And so just don't feel like you need to be rushed into this. But if you want to take the Vajrayana path seriously, you do have to recognize that it's not something that, I can, or for that matter, the Dalai Lama, the most famous of all Vajrayana figures, at least public figures, is not even something that he can change. It's just the nature of the method. So we can't change that. But at the same time, it doesn't mean anyone should rush into this. So you have to recognize the importance of this element and also recognize where you are and not rush into it. So then the first question to answer, well, in this case, there is a guru figure giving the empowerment today. How are you to relate to me, right? Well, you are safe because this particular empowerment quite explicitly says, I play a role of channeling Kurukule, and it's Kurukule that is empowering you. So as long as I think after this, when you see me, you don't try to hurt me or harm me, throw stones at me, then we are fine. So no further things expected, because this is the nature of how these empowerments are given these days. Realistically, how do you know, right? The person giving reliable or not reliable? Well, you're sort of counting on general reputation. You're like, oh, there's this place called Urban Dharma. It seems legit. some guy is doing something about something. Well, I'm curious. So here I am. That's okay. I'll do my best to channel Kurukule so that it's between you and Kurukule. Yeah? Then for some of you, you are or have been working with me for a period of time. I don't like to say this, but then I'm not doing my job if I don't say this. Please understand the nature of Vajrayana teachings. Please consider if you're working towards this element of discipleship. Don't let anyone push you to it. Don't let anyone force you to it. But don't forget the importance of this piece. That is the guru as someone out there. But the guru, that's called the outer guru, the outer spiritual guide. The notion here is that as you learn more from this outer guide, this outer spiritual guide, then you begin to develop the ability to relate to what's called the inner guru. The inner guru is actually everywhere. What does that mean? It means all the experiences and encounters that you are going to meet in your day-to-day life, they arise as guru. They can arise as guru. They should arise as guru. Not to say right now, how we experience things automatically make them guru. Because we have learned a lot of things from our common experiences. Most of them are things that create more suffering, right? So now our experiences and our day-to-day things that turn up, most of the time, they are teaching us how to suffer. But only when we begin to apply the teachings that we receive from the human guru to help us, right, begin to relate to life experiences. Then life experiences become the inner guru. Then finally, what is called the secret guru. Secret not in the sense of, CIA, MI5, wherever you are, or 6, secret in that sense. These are not secret agents running around. Now, secret means like the most inner, right? The most personal level. And there it is when you begin to see not your mind, as in not your thoughts and your emotions, but when you begin to recognize the nature of thoughts and the nature of emotions, that's when you begin to catch a glimpse of the secret, the innermost guru. So outer, inner, secret aspects of guru. Likewise, there's outer, inner, secret aspects of Buddha, outer, inner, secret aspects of Dharma, outer, inner, secret aspects of Sangha. At the secret level, it's basically the nature of our own minds. So just some preliminary remarks about taking refuge in the three jewels and the role of this guru principle or guru figure in Vajrayana practice.